I'm Joseph.
I'm Christy.
And we're keeping up with the Griffins. Welcome to the Heart to Heart Collab.
The purpose of the Heart to Heart Collab is to promote love, growth, and healthy relationships.
Also, we hope you learn from others' relationships and find ways to improve yours by seeing the different shapes and forms that love comes in marriages and relationships. We initially created the Heart to Heart Collab last year in 2022 to celebrate Valentine's Day by answering 14 questions. At that time, we invited 25 different channels to participate. And also, those channels tagged other channels to participate as well. And by the end of the collab, we had at least 40 channels that had participated in the Heart to Heart Collab.
That's a lot.
A whole lot. This year, it's even bigger and better. We have confirmed 50 different channels participating. Those channels are going to tag other channels, and this collab is going to keep growing and growing. We see this collab as not just a Valentine's Day collab. We see it as one that we hope to continue on throughout the year, not just for Valentine's Day, because it's important to, keep up with your marriage and your relationships by, keeping the love going, keeping it healthy.
Yeah.
We hope that you can take something away from this collab. And another change that we incorporated for this year is also that it's not just open to couples this year.
Nope.
It's open to anyone.
Yep.
Anyone. So if you want to participate, there is still time to get in on this collab. There is no end date. It's an open collab. Just get in contact with us and we'll give you all the details as well as the questions. Speaking of the questions, we have 2 sets of questions. And one is pretty much catered to couples answering it.
Mm-hmm.
The second set is catered to one person answering it, or it could be 2 people. So get in on this collab, show others your love, and let's help each other grow in our relationships and marriages.
Yes.
All right.
Get into these questions.
We got some questions to answer.
Yep,
Let's get into it.
Yep, let's do that.
So before we get into it, we got a drink here. I think we're gonna need a little something as we go through these questions, and this is some good old sparkling Welch's Red Grape.
You can't go wrong with this, y'all.
Can't go wrong with it at all.
We probably gonna drink the whole bottle.
Probably. It's been one of those days.
Thank you. Let's toast.
All right. Toast to us, love, and healthy relationships.
Hey. That's good.
All right.
That's good.
Okay. 14 questions
14.
to celebrate Valentine's Day, February 14th. Question number 1. What is your anniversary date and how long have you been together?
Our anniversary date is March 6th, 2010.
Yes.
We've been married for going on, 13?
13 years in
13
March.
years.
13 years this coming March.
And we've been together for about 15,
16
years.
I think it'll be 16
Yeah.
coming up. Yeah. So I think our official our dating,
Do you remember?
I think I do remember.
Let's see. What date and month?
Our dating anniversary would have been February 25th,
No.
6th, 7th.
Yes.
See, I was close. So we started dating February 27th, 2007. And we got married in 2010. So we've been dating close to about two and a half years before we got married.
Before he popped the question.
Yeah, and we got married young.
We did.
Very young.
I was 19.
And I was 22.
Or 23.
23. I was 23, so.
Yeah, we got married real young, y'all. Like, have you ever thought that you would get married at that age?
I didn't, but at that point in time, I was kind of getting to a point where I knew where my mind was going in life. I wanted to, have a family. I wanted to settle down. I didn't want to wait too late.
Yeah.
I just wanted to go ahead and do it and get it out the way, and I'm just happy it turned out like that.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
All right, question number 2. Tell us the story of the first time you saw each other.
Gotta take a drink on this one, y'all.
Me too. That's it.
All right.
Well, at the time I was homeschooled, so my cousin, he invited me to the military ball, and I said yes, of course. And we got there, and see somebody with like a little white suit on. I'm like, oh, he look kind of cute. Like, where he from? And whatnot. People like, oh, he got a girl, and she right there. I'm like, oh, for real? Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. But he gonna be mine though. They was like, he gonna be yours. I'm like, yep, he gonna be mine. So they was dancing and stuff, and I'm like, that could have been me, but I just went. That could have been me, but I was like, you know what? I ain't worrying, because you gotta manifest that thing. I'm like, he gonna be mine. So, still maybe like a year later, I saw him on Facebook, and I recognized him because he had on the same suit he had on at the military ball as his profile picture. He was like sitting in the car, and he was like, I guess she took the picture because he was smiling and he was on the driver's side. So I hit him up, and I was like, dang, you something serious. That's how we talk back, in the day down south. And he hit me back, I was like, you still with your girl? He was like, nah, we're not together no more. And it was history from then.
Yeah, so that is true. I was at the military ball with my then girlfriend. And I saw Christy, but out of respect, I didn't approach her. I didn't speak to her that night or anything. When I left that night, I did regret not saying anything to her, and I wondered if I was ever gonna see her again, and just wasn't sure. But I always thought about that day. It was just something about her that made me wish I had said something, because I just had a feeling that she was the type of girl that would excel me in life.
Excel.
Yeah, so I did kind of regret not reaching out, but things work out the way they're supposed to.
Yeah,
and
sure did.
Less than a year later, we reconnected on Facebook, and I think it worked out pretty good.
He sure did.
All right, next question. What qualities or traits do you see in me, and what's your favorite?
Intelligence, confidence, and it's like your charisma. It's like, and my favorite is all, because without those, it wouldn't be you as a whole. Like, so all. I don't have like a favorite because I love all of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
For you, I would say your cheerfulness, your motivation has always been big for me. That's a big trait that you have. Being able to motivate me to do what I need to do, not just me motivating other people. Also, the way you love. You love endlessly. And that really means a lot. But my favorite has got to be the motivation.
Motivation.
Because if it wasn't for you motivating me through some things I went through in my life, I don't know if I would be the person I am today. So, yeah.
What is the biggest lesson you have learned from each other?
I think the biggest lesson I learned from you is to, I would say, I wouldn't say it's a lesson I learned from you, but it's a lesson that you confirm. It's something that I always known, but it's something you can confirm, was to always trust God.
Yeah.
And through any situation. And just being that I knew that all along my whole life, but seeing you live that out, it kind of confirmed it for me that that's what I need to do, is always trust God through whatever situation, whatever's going on.
That's what I was going to say. Because, you know, we both grew up in a Christian home background, grew up in church and stuff like that. So I feel like keeping God first is so important, because when you keep God first, He got your back.
That's true.
So
that is true.
I could piggyback on that.
Yeah. Okay. How do you define love?
Love is an establishment. Love is an institution. Love is kind. Love is sweet. Love can be tears. Love can be happiness. Love can be joy. Love is sticking through it, through thick and thin, no matter what. I think that's what love is to me. You're gonna have your good days, you're gonna have your bad days, but if you talk it out, communicate with one another, I feel like that's all you need.
I can agree with that. Love can also be, I think you said joy. Love can be pain.
Yes.
Love can be loving when you don't want to love.
Yes.
Love can be everything.
Yeah.
It's all of those things. I don't think there's a right answer to it. It's just how you look at love, and most of all, love is what you make it.
That is true.
Love is what you make it.
That is true. I like that one. How did having children change us as a couple?
For one thing, how children have changed us is, over the last few years, I accumulated a few grays in here. Y'all don't see them too often.
I did too, y'all.
You probably might see one strand every now and then, but trust me, it's like hundreds in here. It's way in the back. They're coming out.
Me too. It's so in blondes.
Children have changed us so much, because all before, we can pick up and go.
Yeah.
Do whatever we want to do. Stay up late. Watch anything, any time of night.
Yeah.
And now with children, we have to limit certain things because we want to be an example.
Yeah.
We have to watch the things we watch around them. We can't watch just anything. We have to watch the things we listen to. We have to be an example. I think the most common answer would be time. You lose out on your time.
Yes.
And date nights are very important, so we cherish those, but the common answer for that question is you lose out on time. And then after a certain amount of time that you lose out on time, you kind of forget, you know, how much that time meant.
That's true.
But for me, it's mainly, we have to think in a sense of not thinking for ourselves. We have to think for them also.
That is true.
Yeah. Anything you want to add to that?
Just like you said, date night. I felt like when it was just us, it was easy. Mm-hmm. Now it's like we gotta ask our parents. Sometimes our parents are unable to keep them because, you know, they got lives too. And I'm like, oh goodness, the last time we were on date night, I can't even remember. So when we do get the opportunity to go on dates, we do not take that for granted at all.
Yeah, we cherish that.
So
we cherish it.
But we love our kids, y'all. Yeah, we love them. We just know.
Sometimes we just, if you got kids, you know, sometimes you just need that time away. You just need a break. You just need to enjoy yourself sometimes.
So,
Yeah.
that's it.
Okay, what movie or sitcom would you like our relationship and marriage to be similar to?
I feel like our marriage is similar to my wife and kids. Jay and Michael, Kyle.
It is.
Like, y'all, some people think we're like Martin and Gina, but Jay and Michael Kyle for my wife and kids, that is us. Okay?
Yes. Yeah.
That's how we act in real life. So.
And I echo that. That is 100% true. If you have not seen an episode of My Wife and Kids, go watch it. That is us.
That is us, y'all.
That's us.
And it's so funny because every time we watch them, it's like, what? That's the stuff we be doing. That's the stuff we be saying. We act just like them, y'all. No lie.
Yeah.
And they got 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That's us all the way.
That's us. Number 8. What is something you think we both have in common?
The way we care for each other, even though that it's kind of different in the way you have your way of caring, I have my way of caring, but I think we kind of have that in common a little bit.
Yeah.
The way we care for each other.
I would say motivation. I know you always say how I always motivate you, but you motivate me as well. So I feel like we have that in common. I feel like, I don't know if you notice, but we be like finishing each other's sentences.
We do, all the time.
Or like,
all the time.
If I come up with an idea, you would be like, I was just thinking the same thing. And we have so much in common with that, y'all. It's like scary. Like, I can be like, Joe, da 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 da. You was like, oh, I was just thinking that, or vice versa. You would say da 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 da. I'm like, oh dang, I was just thinking that.
Yeah,
so
it's that 16 years of knowing each other.
Yeah, the way we think, like we have that in common. So
yeah,
I know, like it's meant to be.
So, what brings you the most joy in our marriage?
I would say you coming home from work and we just, chilling as a family, or you just cooking for us, just having that time as family or as a couple. Also, we just chilling in the bed, just talking about different things, watching like a movie or something like that. That brings joy to me.
I would say spending time with you, because it has, I'm trying to see how to put this into words. Spending time with you, because when we first got married, even when we were dating, I knew that was important, but I've grown to know the true importance of that, spending that quality time with each other. So any chance I can get of spending quality time with you, that brings me joy.
Okay, I like that. What are some short-term and long-term goals you think we have as a couple?
Okay, that's a good question. That's a really good question. Short-term goals. I think some short-term goals would be just continuing to grow as a married couple, because no matter how long you've been together, you still got room for growth. So I think in the short term, we can continue to build on what we have, continue to work on things, little small things. Nobody can be perfect, but we can get close to perfect, I think, if we just keep continuing what we're doing. Also, I think in the short term, maybe do a little traveling if we can fit it in somewhere.
Okay.
Long term, I would say continue to set a great example for our children and to continue to show them that true love exists, and I don't know, just continue to be a model for them.
Okay.
I think that's a good long-term goal that we have in our relationship, to continue to be us as a married couple, continue to be an example for our kids and other people as well. That goes for people we know, people we don't know, people on YouTube, anybody that comes in contact with us. I think setting a good example is a good long-term goal.
My short-term goal would be how we starting to work out as a couple. I like that.
Okay.
That'll be a short-term goal for me, because we getting fit 2023. Long-term goal would be like having that business mind, also being financial. I mean, we already financial stable, but being more financial stable. That way we can get our dream house, our dream home, as a couple, as a family. So I think that is a long-term goal for us as a couple.
Okay. All right. So, at this point in time, today, right now, what are you most excited about in this marriage?
Being happy. Not having doubts. What else? Being able to communicate more, because I remember at one point we didn't communicate as much. So I feel like us communicating more, that's something special in our marriage, because communication is the key.
Yeah.
Besides God, God is number one. Communication is the key, and we have been doing a lot of that, and I feel like, me personally, I've seen growth. So that what makes me excited.
Yeah. For me also, I would say communication too, because I know at one point in time when we first got married, just trying to find our way through marriage, communication was not one of our strong points at all. I'm gonna be honest with you, it was not a strong point, but somehow we made it through, and we live in the day to tell the story. So communication is very, very important, and I'm honestly proud of me for getting to the level of communication that I've gotten to, because there was a point in time where I would just be closed off, and I wouldn't express my feelings like I needed to, and that made a big difference. And when I started to do that, I saw a change, and not just a change for me, but a change for both of us, and a change for our marriage. So I would say I'm most happy about the level of communication that we've reached, and I think there's still room for growth, always, in everything, but I think we're at a good point with communication right now.
Yeah, I feel the same way too, because we grown to, be adults. Because when we got married, we wasn't kids, but we was young adults, and we had a lot to learn about each other.
Whole lot.
I mean, it was hard from moving from my parents' house to, moving in with you. Because they say you find a lot about a person when you move in together. So, I'm just glad that we learned to communicate with one another, because that's one of the most important things in a marriage.
Right, that's true.
Yeah. Question number 12. In what ways can we continue to build and strengthen our marriage?
Continue to spend time with each other. I know lately that's been hard to come by with everything we got going on. Working, newborn, kids being homeschooled, business, YouTube. It's just hard to come by nowadays. But I think if we can continue to find ways to spend time with each other and open up a little bit more to each other, and, you know, just talk and, you know, just, I don't know, maybe reminisce on old times and bring back those newlywed vibes and get ourselves refreshed somehow, and not worry about all the stuff we got going on. I think we can continue to strengthen our marriage that way, as well as continuing to build on the level of communication we've reached so far.
I would say I'm big on God, y'all. I'm really big on God. Having a relationship with God is one of the things that can strengthen our marriage. I feel like it's major, because I feel like without God, then we wouldn't be here.
That's true.
We wouldn't be here at all. So I feel like God can help us build and strengthen our marriage.
Okay.
That would be my answer.
I mean, that's real strong points. I mean, spending more quality time, communication, and God.
Yeah.
That's the recipe for, you know, strengthening right there. What more can you ask for? We definitely need to execute on that.
Yeah.
What is your love language? Words of affirmation, acts of service, gifts, quality time, physical touch.
I love affirmations, but I'm not like big on it. I love spending quality time. I feel like quality time is very important, because you have to remember how we feel in love with one another. It starts from the root. So I feel like quality time is really important. Also, yes, physical touch. You know, I love. You know. I'm really. I'm not clingy. I promise you, I'm not clingy, but
You used to be.
yeah, I used to be clingy.
You used to be. When we first got married, she used to be. She would. It's almost like you was wrapped around me like one of those, I don't know, one of those koala things that hold on to the mom and you can't let them go.
Okay.
You was clingy.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the beginning of our marriage,
She was clingy.
I was clingy, right?
Very much.
But that's the type of person I am. But I'm not clingy like I used to be. But I do love to be affection. You know, I love the affection. Like when he come home, I expect for him to hug me and give me a kiss.
When I forget, I'm gonna get chased down. I'm getting chased down.
And he does a pretty good job at that. Like before he go to work, he kiss me. He come home, he hug and kiss me. So he's good at that. So yeah, quality time and physical touch is my love language.
All right, since we being heart to heart right now, I'm just gonna say, when we first got married, you was clingy, and I didn't understand it at the time. But I have grown to understand it, and I honestly kind of miss it a little bit.
Really?
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of miss it a little bit.
Y'all hear this first. Y'all heard this first on Heart to Heart Collab.
I miss the clinginess a little bit.
I have never heard him say this before, y'all. This is the first. You miss it.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. I kind of miss the clinginess a little bit.
I kind of back off from being too clingy because, you know, I didn't want to be sickening. You know, I know a husband and wife supposed to do those type of things, but I didn't want to overcrowd him as much. So I've grown to not be as clingy as I used to be. So I expect physical touch, but not like all up on him like I used to be. So, oh my goodness, you miss it? What? Back then, he didn't want me. Now, he all over me. What? Okay. You missed it. And this, y'all, I promise y'all, this is the first time I'm hearing this. This is a surprise. Okay.
You funny.
I gotta get back on my cleanliness then, huh?
What door have I opened up?
I don't know if I should get clingy again. I might end up pregnant again. I mean, trying to open up that door. Because this candy shop is closed for kids.
Okay.
Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
Alright, so I would say for me, I think my love language is, I like the acts of service.
Okay.
I think, and for me, acts of service is like, we in this together, we a team. We married, we gonna do this together. You help me, I help you.
Okay.
I pick up your slack, you pick up my slack.
Okay.
And you know, we make things happen. And we doing a good job of that.
Okay.
I think that along with physical touch is also.
You know, since you said acts of service, yeah, we're doing a pretty good job of that because last night you didn't your clothes washed, but I had my clothes in the washing machine, and I came down here and washed your clothes.
You did.
See, you see how that works out?
I came downstairs. And I'm gonna wash my clothes. Like, what? She already did it. Man, I'm just gonna. I don't know. But yeah, we're doing a good job.
I got your back.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we're down to the last question.
Ooh, this was fun. Okay, question number 14. Based on our marriage, what advice could you offer other couples that may help them in some way?
Communication. Also, from my personal experiences, I would say pay as much attention to each other as you can.
Yes.
Don't overlook anything. Don't take anything for granted. Pay attention to each other. Pay attention to each other's feelings, each other's wants, each other's needs. That is very important. So you definitely want to make sure you do that.
Okay, I like that. My advice would be keep God first. Don't go to bed mad. Communicate. Go on dates. That's it for me.
Yeah.
That's plain and simple.
Yeah.
God first. Communication. Don't go to bed mad. And date.
Yep.
You don't gotta go out the house to date all the time. You can just, cook together, watch movies together. Something simple.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
This was fun.
It was.
I like this question.
Yeah. Once again, 14 questions to celebrate Valentine's Day, February 14th. Heart to Heart collab. And we just honestly hope that from this video, from all of these videos that are going to come out, that you can learn from others' relationships and just find ways to improve yours.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different shapes and forms of love, you just have to find what works for you.
Yes.
So we hope these videos help you out.
Every relationship, every marriage is different. It's not going to be the same. You're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs.
That's true. That's true. So we want to thank you for watching this Heart to Heart video. If you want to get in on this is an open collab. Anyone can do it. You can be a couple, you can be a solo channel. Just reach out to us on Instagram or email. We'll get you the questions and details. The main rules to the collab is that you just answer the 14 questions.
Yep.
Make sure you tag us in the title, and also tag one other channel to complete the Heart to Heart question tag. And we are asking that if you want to tag more than one, go ahead, tag as many as you want to, because we want to push this out not just for the month of February, but continuous throughout the year, because these videos can help someone in their marriage. You never know what someone's going through. You never know who needs to hear what. So we definitely want to push these videos out. So let's do that. And we are going to tag a few additional people, but we're going to put it in the description. And this has been great.
This has been great.
This has been great.
I ain't got much in my cup, but you know we could toast.
Toast us.
Toast us. Our anniversary coming up, so.
That is true. That's true. March the 6th.
Yep.
We celebrating 13 years.
13 years, y'all. 13 years. Okay.
This is amazing.
Through all the ups and downs, but God, we are here.
Yeah. So once again, there's 50 channels participating in this, and those channels are going to tag other channels. So there's going to be a lot of videos coming out. Make sure you check the playlist that we have in the description. It's going to have each one of those videos in there. And we hope to see you watching them and learning from them and growing from them. I'm Joseph.
I'm Christy.
And thank you for watching the Heart to Heart collab.
Love you guys.
Ain't no mountain